Everybody, I'd like to present to you my theory about what caused the Great Flood 12,000 BC, so more or less 14,000 years ago. No one has been able to disprove my theory yet. If you think you can't, go ahead. But I really like for this video or this live stream to go up to the people that talk about this. Graham Norton, Joe Rogan, etc. There's a lot of people that like to talk about this subject. So let's just dive into it, all right? My name's Alain, but you can call me Grinder. Let's go. All right. I want everybody to notice right now what Russia looks like. All right. It's one huge landmass. And if you take a look at the erosion, we can definitely see the erosion that is going towards the sea. This is not where I think that it landed, but nowhere on Earth can you find somewhere that you think that has an impact. Before I give my theory out there, does anybody have a clue? All right, we're going to be returning to Africa here and also to Egypt. All right, Egypt and Africa. We'll be returning to that because we can definitely see something big happen there. But we got to put the marks together. All right, so this is South America. All right, just let me replace myself here. Come on, just let me replace myself. Can I replace myself? Okay, no. Shoot. All right, we got it. So this is a point of impact, everybody. This is where I propose that it happened. I've always been wondering, why do we have this semicircle that is so perfect? Now, yes, it is perfect because when we take a look at it, it's actually 450 kilometers, all right? It's 450 kilometers diameter. We can definitely see, okay, that the impact came from east to west. All right, this was one huge landmass before. All right, when the impact hit on the side, all right, it came from this side here. I don't know at what angle. I think it came in pretty steep. Why? Because it hit the mantle. All right, it came in and it crushed it down. All right, now everything in the back here was shaved off. At the rear was shaved off. We can see that right here. All right, but remember, it fractured. So where it fractured right here, this is Mongoose Bay, Rankin Inlet, Chesterfield Inlet. This is all here where it cracked. Now, all of this came in, so the earth came back up. There was a 2-kilometer thick ice shelf. All right, that I think is what saved us. Why? Because instantly was vaporized water and dust. Now, we can see that there is approximately 8 to 10. I can't be exactly precise. This is where everything was shaven. When there was the impact, everything was shaven to a certain degree. All right. And we can see that. We can see this is a crater. All right. This is the rim of the crater. And if there is one peak that one day I would like to see would be this ring right here. Now, take a look at the direction. Here it is smooth. You can definitely see there was a mountain or something there, but the direction of impact shaved everything off, all right, and left the mountain there. So we can see this everywhere, and this is the island that I would like to go see one day. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to see the inclination here. Now, if we take a look here, it is all oriented towards, take a look at this. Where's the orientation going on this? Now, there was something that happened here. Right here, everything was shaved off. Everything was shaved off. Now, we can do this for the whole 8 kilometers, which I have done. Now, this here is new Earth. This here is new Earth. Why? When the impact came in, the Earth had to replenish, it was full of magma that came back, but when it came back, it had to go back also from the direction of impact. These, I think, are 14,000 years old. Why? Because it's the skin that came back, that formed these sort of Oreos. All right. We can see the direction also that it came in. Why? Because it had to bounce back. Now, This is one proof right here. Now one of the biggest proofs that I have, guys, is that everything had to wash down. A lot of sediment and a lot of water. Remember, we had a 2-kilometer thick ice shelf. The diameter of the crater is 450 kilometers. All of that melted instantly. However, did it go under or whatever? So all of the water had to come rushing in. This is what created the biggest part of Lake Superior, and that shredded the bottom. Like, this is not bottom currents that can do this. All right, this is actually, we can see the direction everywhere, where everything got ripped on one side once again. All right, everything came down here, and where it all landed. If we go down, we can see the sediments that are all here. Remember, sediments, what's inside of the Mississippi? I heard that the Mississippi, it's a river full of sediments, and it goes down to New Orleans, right? But we can definitely see that all of this big ball of mud and water that just shredded everything just came and just, whoa, this was stopped. Not instantly, but this created a huge wave. We can see the boulders on the side. The boulders on the side are a huge clue, everybody, a huge clue that the big boulders are on the side. All right, and this is mud with air trapped in it. All right, this is mud with air, people trapped in it. Now, I'm afraid to say that if there's people that are digging for oil there, well, if there was people here, well, you got the vegetation, you got the people, you got everything, all the nature. What do you think created that? Is it millions of years old? I don't think so. Why? Because with a lot of pressure, all right, all this mud, air, everything, a lot of pressure created these air bubbles. Now, inside of these air bubbles I got together, they started leaking air, and causing these concave. This is mud, everybody, that has air that's trapped inside. This huge wall of mud came rushing in right into the ocean. And inside repercussions, the first wave just erased everything that was right here, just flooded everything and just erased it. Guys, just erased it. Why do you think that we don't see that much right here? We can see a little bit more of maybe old livings here, and there was a lot of people that were living, and that were, there's signs everywhere around the world. All right, so this came Gulf of America. All right, let's go Gulf of America. The thing why I'm so convinced also, everybody, is they say that the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs landed right here somewhere, but I can't see it. That was millions of years ago. All right, so this came in. This is where it all landed, everybody. This is where it all landed. Now, a big wave just came on and just erased everything that was there. Okay. Now, we're talking everything. All these plateaus, they all existed before, but all this water came rushing in, right? This is all the rest of the glacier that melted. All right, if you're talking about tundra, maybe there's still some that is there. Okay, the shock wave of this, just the shock wave itself provoked, I think, this part of the island to crack and to get away. But this huge wave came rushing over, and we know that there was people that were living here. All right, close to close to right here. Anyways, all right. So the wave came rushing in. Of course, it's getting all of this, and remember, just like on the other side, it creates sediments. In the Mississippi, there was sediments. It created that, but here, there's a big wave that came in, and I just like to remind everybody, if you overwater your plants, just us, if we water them too much every day, they're going to die because they're going to be drowned. But just imagine plants being underwater for a week. Just imagine just a week being underwater, what it can do to plants, what it can do to trees, what it can do if there's a lot of current. Now, we can see that across Africa. And yes, they do say that Africa was a desert 12,000 years before. Like, when this is what turned Africa into a desert, everybody. And I think that this is what where is it? The Eye of the Sahara. Is it here? Where's the eye? Oh, right here. All right. I really do think that Atlantis was here and that water came probably up to here. All right. I think that water really came close to here. And yes, we can see a vestige of maybe a river or at least something used to flow, but mountains to the north, right? Mountains to the north, the rings, the circle. But if a big wave came over, like we can see here, guys, this is clearly like it's been proven that a lot of water passed here. But why? It is the impact that happened over here in Canada, an asteroid. This is a crater, 450 kilometers. Guys, I'm going to start to share my stream. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but let's go ahead. So we need... What? I'm trying to get... At Joe Rogan. All right. I don't know if I should share this. Uh, okay. Okay. Let's just go on X. I'm trying to promote this, guys. If you want me to continue to talk about it, I can. Let me go and post this on here. Hey, I knew how to share too also. I know this Canadian here that talks a lot about politics, but he is interested in stuff like this. If you guys have any questions, make sure to let me know in the chat. I can advance a little bit more of my theory here. Uh, 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 uh. No, let's go Graham. Is it GH? Okay, well, Joe needs to see this, guys. I need you guys to share. Just let me go. I'm on my Twitter right now. I'm trying to find people that are willing to hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. It needs to get out. Also in the press. I don't know if you guys know any press, but we can talk about this a little bit more, all right? So this is the impact crater itself. Before this used to be a huge landmass, guys. You got to recognize that I tried to estimate myself, and I'm afraid to say that the asteroid could have been maybe 10 kilometers. I don't know the estimates, but this is a 450 kilometer diameter. All right, so this is the possible points of impact where I think that the asteroid should have landed. And just give me a moment here to adjust. Yeah, so I don't know in which angle it came in. I think that it came in this angle here. All right, and it all rushed down, 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 and it rushed down the Mississippi, which was probably bigger at the time because Mississippi right now is, is basically all the amount of sand that was thrown on Egypt just got blasted right here. All right, this is where it landed, everybody. This is where it landed. That's why I need your help. This confirms everything, guys. This confirms everything. It had repercussions around the world. I don't know how much times it rang, like it rang the earth like a bell, but this is where it all landed. So we can definitely see that this is quite newer, but the ocean just stopped it. There was water here and the earth just stopped it. There was probably a plateau right here, and as soon as everything crumbled, the water just stopped it, and a huge wave came over Southern America. All right, that's why I need you guys to share. No one has disproven my theory, and no one in chat right now is disproving it yet. All right, so much love to the people in Fort Myers. All right, I know people there. I do love you. I know people that are here also close to this area here. Let's go and zoom in here. Oh, yeah. Where are they? No. He's going to be here, like around here somewhere. So I love you guys too. But this had a lot of impact. So this is the crater right here. There is not one crater on the Earth that I think is as fresh as this. All right. I have observed all of the contour. All right. And we can see that everything was shaved. Everything was shaved. And we can see the angle. Nothing was shaved here on this side. But if we would have erosion would have knocked this out, right? With time. And that's what we see everywhere that mountains got shaved. So this is right. It shows the direction of impact. Something came in. That's why I'm thinking that it came in at more of a direct angle, like a direct hit, not one that came in on the side. Although I don't know. Is it maybe what caused this in northern Quebec? Right? Is it maybe what caused this? I don't know. But I do know that a big asteroid landed right here. If you think that you can disprove this theory, go ahead, write in the comments. Thank you very much. My name is Grinder. If you want to leave, go ahead. You can leave. I'll go ahead and take a look at what happened a little bit more in Egypt because I think that is another part of my theory. All right, so let's say this is part number 2. Yeah, let me say instead, stay tuned for part number 2. See, everybody, my name is Anne. You can call me Grinder. If you can disprove my theory, go ahead. Go ahead. But I really think that I got it. And hopefully you can like and subscribe and share it to people. Share it to people. Just help me get this burden off of my shoulders. All right? Nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Mon Dieu, si tu m'entends, aide-moi à enlever ce fardeau de mes épaules. Laisse les gens connaître la vérité. Hein? Le monde a besoin de connaître cette nouvelle. Ça a changé l'humanité à tout jamais. Ça nous a changé. Mais en connaissant la vérité, on peut changer nous aussi. Knowing the truth, we can change also. That's why we got to know this truth, guys, and I need your help to share this, all right? I need your help to share this, guys. I need your help to share this. So, going to be placing a little song on, all right? Hopefully you guys are going to be able to hear it. All right, I like rock heavy. This is Awakening by Red Handed Denial. Available on Spotify. I would like to name the asteroid the Grinder asteroid and the event the Great Grind. The Great Grind. I am naming it officially